Big Snoop Dogg got a Madden league. His team is off the hook and you don't really want none, but if you do, come and get some. See, tell your mama and tell your daddy and tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Tell your mama and tell your daddy and tell the whole damn world this is Madden.
Appreciate you, Coach. Well, later tonight in November, snowfall is forecasted to hit the Twin Cities, but right now, calm outside, and of course, a calm day inside U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Buffalo Bills and the Minnesota Vikings. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Ready? Who ready? Here we go. Let's bring it. Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it. Flip. Crunch. You guys. Hey. Crunch. Alert three.
A first carry now for Jordan Howard. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Showing it. Hey, 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
On second down, it's Howard. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Watch the twins. Check 37. Check 37.
They run with Howard. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
This is Howard on second down. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. That's his longest run of the first quarter. And, Charles, we talked before the game about them needing to establish the run game. They'll be looking for more of that.
And they got to the perimeter. So that tells me that that's part of the game plan of what they want to get done today. So they'll have some complimentary runs where he'll run it to the inside. But it appears that when they want the big yardage, they think they can get to the outside and make it happen.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
All day, every day. Even. Wide. Get wide. Check 52.
Now here's Goodwin with another jet sweep. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13.
Brings up 3rd and 13.
Ready. Black 25. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 49.
3rd and long for Winston. Steps away to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and the Vikings have a 3-0 lead. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26 yard line. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Wide open receiver complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They run it for the first time with Tony Pollard. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game. And that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Allen to throw it. It's caught. Jones. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 21. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help, because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, and hey, how you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
Offer mine.
You were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well. Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends, because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Each team with a possession, each team with a field goal as the kick is away. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and June. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. These two teams all tied after 1. 2nd quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football, as they've got it with a 2nd down coming up. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Jameis to throw it. Well, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Javon Hargrave in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Wait. I'm going to run you. Let's go.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. So the drive's going to start with Pollard. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
At the 32-yard line.
Middle. Here we go.
On 2nd down, it's Pollard. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. Now Allen. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. Jameis now on 1st down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon.
5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. Easy. Even. Flip it. Bang.
Running from the gun with Howard. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. Up to make the play defensively, Tre'Davious White.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Winston now looking deep downfield. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty. And it's 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down.
Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
Allen now on 1st down. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. The linebacker, Zach Cunningham, there defensively to make that play. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position, you have to be. You just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball. It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
is Allen on third. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. From the 24, Winston. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Let's get off the field. 65.
Winston now to throw on first down. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. Good work after the catch, gets him 15 and a first down.
I know you're trying not to scoreboard watch, but you only got 3 points. You're kind of hoping that type of play there gives you some positive momentum going into the half.
They need to do something to get more than that 3 number that they have on the scoreboard right now. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, Winston gets this to his running back, Jordan Howard. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
On first down, they run with Howard. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
From the 29, Winston. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. No chance at all. Way easier said than done.
On 3rd and 1, here's Winston. And that's caught by Smith. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
First red zone chance now for the Vikings. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 11. Now a handoff here to his running back. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Don't be mad. Don't be mad. There's more coming. There's more where I came from.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
We own now. Hey, right 50 52. Mike 52. Easy, easy, easy. It's going to be a long day, offense. Follow. Easy, 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 easy.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
Ready? Blue ready. Mike 49. Hey, one screen, triple team. Watch the screen. Easy, easy, easy. Motion. Reset, reset, reset. 49. 49's the Mike. 49's the Mike. Big 5 on the 50. Big 5 on the 50. Wait,
On 2nd and 11 now. Winston. And this is caught for a touchdown. Now hold everything here. Flag in the backfield. This one might be coming back. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
49, guys. Mike. Easy. Hey, here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Mike's 49. Wait. 49. Zoom. 49. Let's go.
Working out of the gun. Winston. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
Incomplete. It's now 3rd down and long.
So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. He hit his first, this one from 40 yards out. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Hey, we got 3 down. 49, guys. Mike, here we go.
Final play of the half here, Winston. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. So we have reached halftime here in a tight 2-point contest. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Going to run again here with Pollard. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Allen now to throw again. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. To throw on third down, Allen. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down.
Was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
And they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8 at the 22-yard line.
Hey, stop. Let's go. SOS. Check. Let's go.
Off the play fake, Winston. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Shaq Lawson in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
Now, the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
49.
Winston from the gun on third down. Goodwin able to haul it in. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. So that's about as long a non-scoring play as you're going to see from inside their own 10 to first and goal.
Tight dog.
Trying to punch it in with Howard into a mass of bodies, and I think they held him out. They did. No gain on the play, and it's going to be second and goal. They'll try again with Howard. And he's not going to push his way forward. He's going to be stopped at the 2-yard line. They hold him again, and now all of a sudden it's third and goal at the 1. This Buffalo defense has stood their ground. This is third and goal. And they'll go jet sweep to try to pick it up. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. A 3-yard loss. Fourth down now.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Well, they don't get a touchdown here on the opening drive of the third quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you've motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Here's Pollard again. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a third and about 4 for a first.
It's a gain of 2 yards, and it's third down.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Here's Allen. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. 16 yards there, and the Bills have a first down.
They brought in the heavy set on third down, and that usually means running play, but we have seen them throw out of that formation, and sure enough, they snuck the tight end out on that one, wound up hitting him for a first down.
They'll run on first down. Pollard. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 12 yards that time, and a Bills first down.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive.
And the ball is knocked out, and the Vikings pick up the football. Accelerating, and off he goes. Past the 20. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room. Boy, they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave him a comfortable lead.
Extra point splits the uprights. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. For the fourth quarter, we'll begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the third quarter. That's fielded in the end zone.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
What we got? What we got? What we got? What we got?
They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
And not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the fourth. Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. To throw, it's Allen. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47, and he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Let's go, baby. They turn over. Let's get that ball.
And to give this time to the tailback. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
Well, that's a pretty good drive starter right there. And I don't know, partner, if you're even thinking about sitting on the ball right now. They may just want to run their regular offense.
In plus territory, and as an offensive coordinator, you don't want your team to go into a shell, do you?
No, you really don't, because as soon as you take your foot off the gas, it's real hard to put it back on and mash it, because once everyone's emotions come...
And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
The Vikings on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 9.
Green, triple team. Shot.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Same story continues. He's the only one that's scored for them, their kicker, with all the points.
So now when we hear the chants of MVP, they're definitely aimed at him because he has been the only guy who's put points on the board in this game.
Kickers are always either the hero or the GOAT. So far, he's definitely the hero. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together. and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. From the 29, Allen. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he's got him. Got his man on the end route. Complete. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. But correct me if I'm wrong, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Allen throwing complete to Foster. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Give him 18 on that one as the Bills are going to have a first down. Allen now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. He'll take a shot for the end zone. In for the score. As his guys are back within a single score. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. Again, they'll throw with Allen. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that exit, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on him, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
Here's a quick hitch route, and the throw complete. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
He's second in the NFL in interceptions, and you understand why. He plays a game of great intelligence, understands positioning, and has a great ability to break on the football when it's in the air.
So fun to watch his closing speed, and another example of it on that play. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. On 1st down, Pollard. And some room to roam now. There he goes left side. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Tony Pollard. His 19th touchdown now on the season. And the Bills have retaken the lead. So now an extra point doesn't help much. They'll try to go for 2 to make the difference a field goal, and they can lead it by 3. rifles one incomplete.
I think we can figure out why they went for 2 there, right? Up 1, you want to make it a field goal difference if at all possible. They didn't get it. Now they've got to play some defense down the stretch.
Yeah, not much margin for error now for your D. They just have to get it into range.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
The run there on 1st down, going to get them 5 up to the 30. Less than 2 minutes to play. Down to the wire we go in a 1-point game. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. Here's Winston. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Winston. He's going to let it fly. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. Well, that puts a little bit of a wrinkle in their comeback bid.
Yeah, everything had turned around for them, hadn't it? I mean, things were now going their way. But you did mention it's a wrinkle in their comeback bid. It's not the death knell for them by any stretch, but now they've got some extra work to do in order to climb all the way back.
He's got the 1st down and more past midfield. And now off to the races down the right side. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Tony Pollard with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Bills will add on to their lead. He's been having a great game, and that one right there, his best run so far, and it ends with 6 points.
And not only that, in his mind, what is he thinking? Can I get to 200 yards as well? Because he knows he's closing in on it. He may not know the exact number, but the best runners have a feel of what the yardage is that they're compiling, and he knows that he's getting close to that 200-yard mark now.
That's fielded in the end zone. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
49, 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
Now Winston. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers.
Well, they needed the touchdown and the 2-point conversion, but they're not going to get a shot at either. This is a great play here defensively, Brandon, and at a time that they sorely needed one. And that could be enough to help get them out of here with a victory.
So after the INT, it's Allen. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Able to get there and pick it. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter. turning it over. Now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's going to let it go again. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14.
49. Hey, stop. Kill. Wait.
Winston to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 25.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They'll run on 1st down. Pollard. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. Run for Pollard. And here's another tackle made at the line, so they're converging well on the football now. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
On 3rd down, it's Pollard. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the 1st down at the 29. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? Now the Bills are going to use the 1st of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Bills send the punter out as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. A great come-from-behind victory in this one, Charles, and really the difference, obviously, was that 4th quarter. They dominated.
And it has to start with believing that you can make that comeback. Because we've been in games before. We've done games where you just look at one team and realize they have no chance of making it back. Not in the one we just saw here. They did it, and they did it well. So for the Bills, they keep on rolling 10-0 now to start the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, it's a loss that'll drop them back to 500 through 10 games. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.